He owns the track, he owns the team, and this weekend, one man's legacy is on the line at the one place where it all comes together. Roger Penske doesn't just field cars at Indianapolis, he owns the entire speedway. And on Sunday, 3 of his own drivers get a shot at handing him the one trophy that means more than any other on the calendar. The question is simple: can any of them actually get it done? The Brickyard 400 is here, and it's not just another Cup Series points race. Team Penske rolls in with Joey Logano, Ryan Blaney, and Austin Cindric, all 3 chasing a win at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the track their own boss has run since he bought it back in 2019. Goal. Friday practice didn't exactly hand Penske's crew the advantage. Christopher Bell was fastest. Kyle Larson and Denny Hamlin look strong too, but Sunday's a different animal. And this organization has built its entire identity around performing when it matters most. Here's why this race hits different for Penske's team. Roger Penske isn't some hands-off owner cutting checks from a distance. He's the captain. He spent decades building one of the most respected operations in American motorsports, and buying Indianapolis Motor Speedway wasn't just a business move. It was him planting his flag at the most historic venue in racing. So when his own drivers line up for the Brickyard 400, this stops being a normal race weekend. It becomes personal. Logano knows the pain of this place better than anyone. 2 runner-up finishes, a near miss in 2020, and then 2 brutal crash outs in the last 2 years that erased any momentum he built. Blaney has been quietly climbing the ladder here, getting closer every single year without breaking through. And Cindric of the Wildcard has flashed real speed at Indianapolis before, just not on the oval configuration everyone cares about most. 3 different stories. One shared mission: let's break down what's actually working in Penske's favor and what could blow up in their faces. Start with Logano. A 3-time champion doesn't forget how to run at Indianapolis just because the last 2 years went sideways. Those crashes weren't about lacking speed, they were about racing incidents at a track that punishes even the smallest mistake. He's fresh off a win in Wilkesboro, which means momentum and confidence are both trending up heading into Sunday. If he could keep the car clean through 400 miles, his ceiling here is as high as anyone's in the field. Blaney might be the most dangerous name of the 3. 3rd place last year, 7th the year before. 6th best long-run pace in Friday practice. That's not a fluke. That's a driver and a crew chief who've genuinely figured out how to unlock speed at a track that's historically brutal on setup. If there's a Penske car that wins Sunday without controversy, smart money says it's the 12 car. Then there's Cindric, the biggest unknown. He hasn't proven himself on the oval the way his teammates have, but that road course result in 2022 shows he's not intimidated by Indianapolis as a venue. The risk with Cindric is inexperience under pressure. The reward is that nobody's really watching him, which sometimes means less weight on his shoulders when it counts. The bigger risk for the whole team: Christopher Bell and Kyle Larson looked faster in practice. Speed on Friday doesn't always translate to Sunday, but it's a real red flag Penske's cars will need to answer. Fans are going to be split right down the middle on this one. Diehard Penske supporters are treating this like a coronation waiting to happen. 3 cars, 1 legendary owner, and a storyline practically written for victory lane. Skeptics are pointing straight at the practice sheet, arguing that Bell and Larson look like the class of the field and that ownership storylines don't win races, execution does. Analysts will be quick to point out the emotional weight of this race. For Penske specifically, expect broadcasters to lean hard into the owner of the track, owner of the team angle all weekend long. That's going to amplify pressure on all 3 drivers, whether they admit it publicly or not. Let's talk about how Sunday could actually play out. Best case for Team Penske: Blaney's recent consistency finally cashes in. He wins his first Brickyard 400, and it becomes one of the defining moments of his career, delivered directly to the man who built the team around him. That's a storybook ending, and it's genuinely within reach given his trajectory here. Worst case, history repeats itself. Logano gets caught up in another incident. Blaney comes up just short again, and Cindric's inexperience shows up at the wrong moment, leaving Penske watching Bell or Larson kiss the bricks on his own property. That outcome stings in a way most losses never could. Somewhere between those 2 extremes is where Sunday probably lands. But at Indianapolis, with this much on the line, extremes tend to find a way of showing up. So here's the real question heading into Sunday: does emotional stakes actually help a race team perform better, or does all that pressure end up working against them? Drop your prediction in the comments. Which Penske driver gives their owner the win, or does somebody else spoil the party at Indianapolis? If you're locked in for Brickyard weekend, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the breakdown the second the checkered flag falls.